Hello, my name is PV Nova. I'm a musician and I post videos on the internet. One day the brand Wiko contacted me and offered me to work with them to create original musical content for their smartphones. Why me? Because just like them, I am French and a little bit crazy. And also because I was available and less expensive than David G. Well, have you ever seen a teleportation gate? Now you have. I have accepted the offer because I think it's a very interesting challenge for a composer. There are lots of parameters to take into account. And also because the production offered me a trip to Marseille and a bunch of special effects. Marseille, one of the most beautiful cities in France, one of the craziest too. Wiko just adopted its new sound identity. For the creation, they called on the agency 6e Son, based in Paris. Paris, one of the most beautiful cities in France, one of the crazy... What's a sound identity? Well, that's a very good question. It's a musical signature with several variations depending on different supports. Jingle, adverts, and in the case of mobile technology, ringtones, alerts and alarms. The sound identity is very important to any brand or entity. Wiko's team wanted one that sounds like them, reflects their image and their products. Using 3 hashtags, how would you define Wiko?
Game changer.
And what would that be?
En fait, on change les règles.
What else?
Humaine, proche des gens.
Impertinente.
Could you explain that a little bit more?
Oui.
Okay, then. Cheeky human music that changes the game. What does it sound like? Well, it could sound like this. Awesome, you would say. Indeed, I would say, but I didn't make that one. The 6e Son agency made that one. I told you that before. Are you following what I say or not? How did they get to this point? Well, they had to turn notions into music. Obviously, that's a question of interpretation. If I say human, what's the musical equivalent?
Organique.
You mean in the choice of instruments?
Plutôt de l'acoustique, ouais, tout ça.
Okay. If I say game changer?
Inattendu, original, avec des guillemets.
If I say impertinent?
Tu peux préciser un peu?
Yes, I could. And as for me, what about my part? Apart from asking questions and making silly jokes? Well, I've been asked to compose 2 ringtones for the next Wiko smartphone. Awesome? Indeed. So how do you make a good ringtone? Well, I have to pick one that I'm keen to choose. One that I find pleasant. There you go. One I wouldn't be ashamed when it rings in public. Not too much. One that attracts me but does not make me jump. Not too much as well. One I won't be bored of within 2 days. And of course, one that matches Wiko's values. Then you blend it and put it in the oven for 35 minutes. Or you just resign yourself to composing a ringtone that changes the game, that sounds human and impertinent. You have to find a short melody that can be looped over and over. And I personally like to know if the ringtone has just started or if it's about to ring off. An evolutive ringtone if you prefer. And for my second ringtone, I've tried another exercise, remixing Wiko's new sound identity. I've tried to reproduce the little je ne sais quoi that gives a certain French touch. You will find these 2 ringtones on the latest Wiko smartphones. I hope you liked them and found the video interesting. Now watch the next episodes to discover the alerts and alarm tunes I have composed for Wiko.